Hey guys, so we're back here in Newton and we've been talking a lot about different neighborhoods, style of homes, and I can say this, if you're thinking about luxury, this is the one. People move from the city of Boston to be in a neighborhood just like here in Newton. They're looking for top-rated schools. People like you right here on this channel who are relocating, who want to know what is it like to live in a neighborhood like this one, which is called Newton Center. As you know, Newton has 13 villages, and today we're going to check out one of its incredibly, beautifully custom designed home. It's over 6,500 square feet. And hey, maybe 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bath isn't for you, but today is a special treat. So if you are looking for something like that, you want to be near top rated schools, you're moving from the city to the suburbs, or you're new to this channel and you're relocating here and you're wondering, where the heck do I go in Newton? Well, you're in store, because in today's video, we are going to check out this amazing home. So let's go. So this house was actually built in 2021, but you're not even going to feel that. And it's not really to say that that is old, but the redesign and the reimagining of the finishes, totally next level of this. I can't wait to introduce you to Joe. So today we're here with Joe Albano, and he's gonna show us this incredible showstopper of a custom built home here in the Newton South, Newton Center area. It's over 6 bedrooms, 4 full baths, 2 half baths, and I'm sure there's a lot of features you're gonna tell us about today.
There is a whole lot in this house, and so happy you guys could join us today, and so good to see you again.
Yeah, you too, let's go. So not every home is for every buyer, but this home, I think, is for a very special person, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Today we're going to tour this entire home, which is absolutely stunning, and we're going to highlight 4 or 5 of the most custom features that I think home buyers are looking for right now in Newton's market, right?
Very much so, and I'm very excited to show you guys.
Yeah. So who is this home made for? We get a lot of people on our channel who want like a variety of style of homes, but who is this home for?
This home is multi-generational, to tell you the truth. The buyers that are coming into the house are under 40 years old, but we've had plenty of buyers that were, believe it or not, downsizing, which is kind of crazy to think about. But if you're coming from Wellesley or Weston, that makes sense.
I actually think buyers who are not looking for bright and shiny are going to be drawn to this. We got to go check this out.
Let's check it out then.
Yeah.
Start our adventure.
I feel like one of the best gems of this house is this space right behind us. And it's not just a patio, it actually has a really unique name, right?
Absolutely.
And there's gonna be something really custom about this that these homeowners did. You wanna share more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not the patio, it's the catio.
Catio.
Self-explanatory. What the client wanted to do is they wanted to make an escape for themselves, but also to have this peace of mind that their cat, who's an indoor cat, would be safe and not be going off into the woods. So what we did as we go out here, you're gonna see an enclosed space with the screening, and then it has a wraparound deck. But let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out. So when you live in New England, there are truly 4 seasons. Well, I think 3 of the ones that we all really love. And so being able to enjoy a space like this, you can actually even hear the birds. It's so nice. You kind of feel like the outside is in. So tell us more about this.
Yeah, so my clients are originally from between Idaho and New Hampshire. So they wanted to create this sense of serene peacefulness, and that really the woods and nature can only give you at the end of the day, while keeping their cat safe. Thus the catio. So what we did here,
I love it.
What we did here is they had the screened in area. They have a flat roof above us, so it creates a sense of security from all the elements, especially that other season unnamed, which we'll call winter. And what they did here was they also put down the exterior carpet, easy maintenance. I think one thing, and we've talked about this in the past, was how hard is it to put a pool in Newton sometimes, especially with new construction homes. Better alternative, less headaches, is going to be either be the patio, or you come up with something like this as a real showstopper. Resale value on this is huge versus just having your typical paver patio outside.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the view from here as well. And I like the idea of pets because, you know, people have pets. I've got a dog. I would love to have a space like this.
Absolutely.
I think it's very functional. And it's right off of this incredible kitchen, which we're going to go to now.
Absolutely.
All right, when I came into this house for the first time with my clients, this for me was the showstopper. And I would say not everything happens in the primary, and it's really special to be here. So tell us about this one, because it's super custom.
So this is the alternative magic room, we'll call it. What the clients did is they took out a cookie cutter kitchen that was here by the previous builder, and they just made it better. By making it better, they ripped it out. They put in exactly what they wanted to. You see all different tones of colors, darker colors to kind of give that sense of Idaho and Amherst, New Hampshire, bringing that kind of treehouse perspective to Newton, which is really great. Got butcher block going right here on top of the island. Usually you're seeing quartz with every single vein.
Yeah.
The best thing I love, and it's just nature, is right here at your fingertips.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the new builds, because a lot of people do think that Newton is just sort of traditional homes. You've got your colonials, your Victorians, your Tudors, but there's actually a wave happening right now of new home development. And this one in particular was a new home, but then they came in and customized it, which we're actually seeing a lot of buyers doing that now these days, right?
Absolutely.
So we're just talking about how there's a lot of new custom built homes. These homeowners took it to another level.
Yep.
You're going to show us some of the features of that?
Absolutely. So my clients had a very specific taste that worked for them. They wanted to replicate that based on the other two homes they had. They love to search out different things that have a particular story to them. And this story right here is, there's a family in Central America, specifically a woman that's been doing this for years, and painted this backsplash by hand, piece by piece. You get close enough, you could see the variations, but I think that's just a great story to have. We have your typical farmer sink, things like that. You see them a lot in new construction nowadays, but I think one main point I've been seeing in new construction a lot of builders are doing is the track lighting, whether it's going up the stairs, around, everywhere. It pulls your eye to the wrong places. You want your track lighting to pull you to your cabinetry and what you're trying to showcase. So within these cabinets, they did the track lighting, and you also see the darker tones of colors. It really just brings that vibe from deep in the woods.
When you're thinking custom, and you're thinking that everything sort of happens in the kitchen, as you say, the magic, not just the primary. This feature, there's two more features that I think of this kitchen that I think is really cool to make, right?
Absolutely.
When we're talking about sort of organization and how you live your life in a home like this.
Yeah, so if you love storage space like I do, everything has its place in my home, everything has its place in this home. You throw all your pans, everything has its divider, pullouts that are soft close, so when your kids decide to go for a ride, they're not going to get whacked going in. On the back,
I love it.
On the back side of this island, and they put more storage space, and then I think this is one of our favorites, is the magic. So everything is organized, ready to go. You don't have to worry about pulling out every single shelf because it's right at your fingertips.
I love it. And the kids don't have to like spill the cereal.
Right. Yeah.
In order to get to the peanut butter or whatever.
But if you have a dog, they'll clean it up for you.
I love that. And of course, Sub-Zero, which is always so nice. A really nice touch. Yeah. All right. Well, the kitchen doesn't really stop here, though. I think it extends a little bit further because this home has several different entertaining areas, and we're going to go check out that too. So the entertaining doesn't just stop on that side of the house, it actually continues through this gorgeous hallway. Again, noticing the arches, and there's two little hidden gems right here, right?
Yeah, so the client loves their storage space. So what they did on the right side over here, you have your pantry, completely matte black, it's beautiful. And then on this side, you have the powder room. And we're seeing a big resurgence as far as wallpaper goes. It's not just your grandmother's powder room anymore, or your grandfather's powder room. It really just creates a vibrancy to the house.
This for me is like my haven. I can like close the pocket door, right? Which is great. And you have all of this extra storage. But not only that, like just look at the lighting in here. If you need an extra wine room or wine space, you can put that here as well. So it really does flow seamlessly between the front and the back of the house. So everyone loves a first floor office or a first floor bedroom, and we have that right here as well. Look at the tile on this floor, pretty fun. And then you have this amazing space right here. I love the color of the walls, and again, it can be multi-purpose as an office and or a bedroom. And it feels so cozy. It's beautiful. So everybody loves a great primary. They also want to feel like it's an escape and a little bit of an oasis.
Absolutely.
So I feel like this one really like checks a lot of the boxes, but there's a few extra things that are special about this.
There are a few cherries on top.
Let's take a look.
Absolutely, let's do it. Now we're in one of two of the primary suite closets. This is the larger one. It was actually meant to be for a nursery. So if you take on the size of a nursery in a house, this is one of your walk-in closets. Great prep space. They specifically put this movable as well, so you could take it out if you didn't want to, which is really great. We like to say this is the queen of the house's space because it has all the space. And then we can go check out the man of the house's space.
Let's do it.
So as a representative of the male,
gets a smaller one.
Yes, as you know, it's a running joke on every single home tour we go on is that the larger closet goes to the person with the more clothes. And I've had plenty of male clients that have so many clothes, they still get the smaller one. But that's okay. And you have everything is still custom here. All those great watches, everything is ready to go. So California Closets came in and did these. They outfitted all these closet space, especially the one right next door to us. And the main thing that I thought was really cool when we talked about track lighting before was that you have track lighting in the space that matters, the space that you want your eyes to go. And it's totally wonderful. I love it. There's hooks for everything. You have your mirrors. They did everything for this house and it's absolutely wonderful.
I love being in this bathroom with you.
It's great. It's a bathtub I could actually fit in.
I know. Yeah, I do notice the height here a little bit. Again, a primary suite has to have an oasis and a sort of spa-like feeling with the bathroom. And I'm assuming heated floors for the New England cold days.
Absolutely, you need those heated floors in New England.
Yeah.
And I put them in my house. And I was always the type of person that said, I'm not going to spend the money on it, but why not? I mean, it gets cold up here.
No, it does. And I have them too, and we absolutely love them, and it makes a big difference. And I love that you have this like extra window here. So again, just a really nice, cozy feeling, but also spa-like. So I don't think just the kids love the bonus room, but I think the parents love the bonus room. And this one in particular, you have all this extra lighting and this space right here, we call it a flex space. I think it's a bonus space as well, but I love how it sort of like just brings in the whole house together.
Absolutely. Flex spaces are super important, especially like when we're marketing that extra spot. We don't want to put a label on it. I mean, it's not a study for everyone. It's not a hangout room for everyone, so we call it flex.
Yep.
The great thing about this flex space, like you hit on, is you got all this natural light, but also what I love about this house and the way it was designed, if you were downstairs and your kids are up here, there's no way that you're not going to hear them. Love that about the buyers that are coming into this house. They have young kids, and one thing that they thought about is, this is such a big house. Where are we going to know our kids are? This is a straight shaft. The kids are always going to be within earshot, which is important.
And I love that when they get older, their stuff and their friends and their hangout and all of that and their pizza parties will all be kind of up here.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, I love that. But there's even more to this house that we haven't shown you. Let's go check it out. I love when you come up to the second floor, this huge landing. So tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, this is the landing that you're gonna have a majority of your bedrooms on. Extra closet space. We do have a fully outfitted laundry room with actually built-in ironing board with iron, which is great. And all those kids, it's customs everything. Custom brings us happiness when it's done right.
And it has this really great light that overlooks the entire lower level. I have a feeling this is kind of where, would a holiday tree go up here?
Absolutely,
or something,
that's what they did.
Or the band? The DJ.
So there was, they did put a holiday tree here at one point, but I also thought this would be a great little service for a bar area. And then you can walk around, kind of get the vibe and be able to entertain upstairs
I can definitely see this being an entertaining level too. Okay, let's go check out the rest. So again, living a little bit outside with the inside and vice versa, but having this additional space, look at this. This is truly special. Over 2 acres, right?
Exactly, and majority of it's private. It's wonderful, it's wooded. You don't catch that in Newton. I grew up in West Newton, and we had an 8,000 square foot lot growing up. So that wasn't a big deal. We understood that there were no yards in Newton, but then you find this gem, and there's nothing like it.
And you have this huge wraparound patio, right?
Yeah.
It's really special.
This was a wraparound deck that was existing to the new construction home when they bought it. What they did is they took the traditional composite that you're seeing, the composite decking, whether it AZAC or Trex, and they're taking Brazilian Ipe wood, very durable hardwood, doesn't need a lot of maintenance, just a little bit of sanding and staining, and it really holds that charm.
I love it. So what was it that the homeowners loved about this particular lot?
The privacy. I mean, when you're coming from the woods in New Hampshire, you're coming from backwoods Idaho, that's all you really want. It's just quiet, it's serene, and you can't really find this anywhere else in Newton.
So Newton is made up of 13 villages, and today we got to see something really special here in the Newton South. Some people call it Oak Hill, some people call it Newton Center. It's kind of all of those. But one thing that I think is really unique about this area is exactly what you were saying, like the market, the real estate market, right? You guys come to this channel not just to see these beautiful houses, but to also learn about what's happening in the Newton market. So tell us a little bit more what you've seen lately.
We've seen, specifically in this area, there's been a boom in new construction. And when we say there's a lot of inventory, that means 25 homes are on the market, which is kind of crazy to think about. But there were so many new construction homes on last year that we found that a lot of them were still on the market when we were coming to market. Kind of put us a leg up to a degree because we have a super custom home. But it's what the buyers are looking for. Are they looking for rinse and repeat, which most builders are doing, or are they looking for the variation that's going to be a longevity home for them?
I really love this. Thank you so much for this tour today. Guys, this house is gone. However, there are others that we can absolutely introduce you to. So thanks, Joe.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Joe, we're really grateful that you got to be on our channel today and show us this incredible home. And you know, it's special to live in Newton, don't you think?
It is, it absolutely is, and I'm happy to always do this with you. It's a great experience. And at the end of the day, just because there's cookie cutter homes out there, doesn't mean you can't do any of this stuff with your house.
And absolutely, this is definitely a great market to do that.
Absolutely.
So thanks again.
You're very welcome.
All right, see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today on this tour, guys. There are so many beautiful things to share, not only about Newton and this home, but also relocating to this area. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're here for the first time, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We also put together this amazing relocation guide. It's absolutely free. It's a resource. Our team pulled this together so it'd make it easier for you. So when you're doing your research and you're looking to move to the area, you can grab that right here. It's absolutely free. If you want to reach out to us, contact us at the number and the email down below, and we'll see you on the next video.